Hey guys, name's Fen, conspicuously updating to version 1.1. I think I made the exact same mistake last time. Having passed the 7 portals which sealed this realm, a vast domain of harsh wilderness stretches before you. Fire, ice, and steel have tested you, but greater challenges remain ahead. The dense tangle of forest surely hides hostile eyes, but what lies beyond will be worse. Barren desert, dank swamps, and musty caverns bar your way, but you cannot let anything keep you from your fate, even if you might come to wish that it would. And beyond, flickering in the distance, the ever-shifting walls of the hypostyle seem to mock your every effort.
My servants can smell your blood, human.
I can smell your cold have, demon. Anyways, welcome back to Hexen. This place is called the Hexen. It's not at all. It's called the Shadow Wood. And there's not too many shadows in this wood. You can't really render them very good or blender them very good. I mean, if you throw this into a blender, you're gonna get a whole bunch of plastic shards thrown all over your living room. And then it might give you the good idea to take those AOL online CDs that you always be getting, like, all the time, right up to the present day, and stick them in the blender as well. You know, it makes a good difference from sticking them in the microwave, because there's only so much melty shit that you can get all over the food that you put in there next before you kind of die. So it's a much better idea to, you know, what I said. Also, you know, I don't know what I said. I'm pretty familiar with these places, obviously. I'm the Hexen master, so don't anybody worry about how masterful I am at Hexen, because I'm just, like, so good. Oh, yeah, jumping quote-unquote puzzles. Always the good stuff. Probably shouldn't be able to reach this guy. But hey, we are about to see some new enemies, probably, such as the ground and that guy. We're definitely about to see some new mana. Lord Siddler. Also switches. Switches are good. Why is that Etten down there? Like, why would there ever be an Etten down there? He's like an Easter egg. you land there and he's just like, hey, how's it going? I'm in here now. I mean, it's nonsense, but that's okay. So is my dialogue. And so is the file size of my dialogue. I mean, I just talk so much that these videos make themselves 10 times the size just to spite me and try to make me stop. They're very passive-aggressive, you see, but as a Canadian, I understand that completely, obviously, and just sort of politely do as it asks, or don't. You know, as a Canadian does. They do or they don't do things. They don't ever not try. We just kind of chill and watch hockey and drink beer. That's racist! Okay, but anyway, didn't I just come from here? I don't freaking know. What do we got here? Oh, this is the Wastelands. Well, that's okay, you know. You gotta go to the Wasteland so that you can see the horrors that are caused by waste. I mean, if you don't see, you're just never gonna understand the terrible fate that happens to pieces of plastic that get spun from a blender. It seems like all fun and games, but then you gotta think about the garbage disposal. I mean, did you ever think about that? Us Let's Players and our silly suggestions, we are the ravagers of the entire environs. Do we ever think about it? No, we don't. We just act stupid and get paid. That's the almost a joke sound. It means that I said something that you might think is funny if you're insane, but that was more or less true. So, funny because it's true. You know how I said that not every single level in Hexen was, like, super amazingly designed? I guess this is one of the... I mean, this is just like a bunch of tunnels. I mean, yeah, it's got these wood thingies up here, so that's a pretty cool addition. You know, this ain't no Wolfenstein 3D. This is Hexenstein 3D, and we've got square rectangular wood in our tunnels. And this guy just awaiting. I'm really gonna have a hard time with this, but hey, that's okay, because, you know, I keep wanting to say, oh, I want to have a hard time with this game, and then I regret it later. And if I were to give up my shtick, I would lose popularity and become just another flash-in-the-pan singer-musician who couldn't make it in a harsh and unrelenting world of people stopping to like your music because it's not trendy, so you know that you've got the best fans and you totally deserve to try to keep pleasing them. I don't know where I was going with that. I guess I'm going to the bone-headed key. It's a horn key. See, a horn is a bone on your head that you can play and go like fwee. I think these... Oh. I think that this switch is to get you out of trouble. That's my opinion. You don't have to accept it. I don't ask that anybody accept my opinion. I ask only that they constantly suffer through hearing it over and over and over again. In fact, I don't even really make opinions, do I? I just kind of open my mouth and air comes out. Very warmish kind of air, you might say. I don't know. It's a little bit suspicious, but those sea monsters are my favorite thing to kill because just in case you didn't get the axe in the first hub for some frickin' reason, here's one here in case you're playing on Super Challenge mode and now you decided that you don't want to play on Super Challenge mode anymore. I guess this place is just for the key. Fine enough. But yeah, I mean, even these levels, which are like a little hallway-ish, they still have way more design to them than Doom 4 or whatever. Like, I just looked up a video and it's like, why? It looks the same as Doom 3. It's like one color and a bunch of weird, like, stuff everywhere. It's like monochromatic and just like everything looks like so cluttered that it looks like nothing. Oh man. Oh, I need the cave key. That's not a horn. Cave, not a horn at all. You cannot blow into a cave and have it echo through. It's just the physics don't work, man. Anyway, Doom 4, look at us. We splatter the guys and don't really pay attention to like actual joy of exploring the world or anything like that. We used to, but I guess we just don't anymore for some reason. Hey, we're id Software and we don't please Fen, so we obviously need to go to jail. Jail! I'm busting out of jail into this tiny courtyard. This courtyard is all that's left of the world, but you know, that's okay because I am free. And freedom is something that's important, even if it's only symbolic. And there's a guy who is not free. He's standing around on a strange Alcatraz island, and that's why he's super angry and killing me. And you can't crunch under there. You can't crouch under there. Maybe you could crunch under there if you tried to crouch. That's okay. You know, don't have to bother to kill yourself every time you want to do something new in life. You don't have to take super big risks. You could sit around in your room like I do and take no risks whatsoever and somehow, you know, succeed or do something that might reasonably be called succeeding. You know, if you don't qualify stuff, then you're golden. Also, if you qualify it over much, you're also golden, such as the world's first 4-wheeled, 3.5-inch tall, 2-seater, maximum speed 51.2 miles an hour, American-made, Japanese-sold automobile. Please buy it. Alright, well, sod you guys. You see, there's another weapon that you can get, and I'm perfectly well aware that weapon isn't here, but I'm not really paying attention because, you know, the first time I played this, I think I did this in a different order, and I was all like, let me show off Hexen, and now I'm kinda just wanting to kick back and play something familiar and just sort of joke and laugh around, because if you really want to see, like, some serious, strange head clip to the ceiling, that wouldn't happen in original Hexen because it would have been rendered in a way that makes it look like it wouldn't have happened and so forth. Yeah, that's the porculator. Very hard to get. You just kind of inch up to the edge. Extremely difficult. In case you're afraid of edges, it's like super hard. And now the textures have changed, so you know that things are awesome. One thing Hexen probably could have used is slopes. Like, that would have just completed the awesome betternessment. I mean, even Ultima Underworld had slopes, but it also had a really, really weird, glitchy texture thing that, like, shifted around really weird. Why am I doing that? I really be wanting this green mana weapon for this level. Just noting that down. Okay, well, I've got a horn key. Actually, I could probably keep exploring this, but... And I hate to do things in the same order, but I guess I'm gonna go back and get the proper weapon, except not because I'm just gonna go here, because obviously, why not? Oh man, I was in the midst of saying something important. Like, yeah, if you want to see some super serious me going like, hey guys, name's Fen, this is my early Let's Playing career, I'm playing Hexen, attempting to get funny, but in the meantime I'm being somewhat informative, at least I think. I don't know. I'm sure as hell not gonna go watch those old videos. I mean, Jesus, who do you think I am? Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. I did not realize those guys were there. I didn't see anybody. What? Wait a minute. I'm just going back here again. Do I want to go back here again? I have my doubts. But... hey. Whatever. Doubts. They're good to have. They make you question the truth and create some other kind of false truth and, you know, convince everybody to falsify their own truths, and before you know it, you have a successful cult. Okay, but yeah. So basically, yeah, like what I'm saying is I'm just trying to like mix this up and not be so rigorous about it. Like, okay, first I'm going here, so, you know, I'm just gonna go places that it seems like I should go and not worry too much about it. I love that. Because you need to know what I love about this game more than you already do. So yeah, just trying to mix it up. In order to mix it up, I should have played somebody other than the fighter, but do I look like I'm not a hypocrite? No, I am a complete hypocrite, and if you don't love me for it, then, well, that's just too bad for you, because you're just missing out on some Fen being the lover of action, and I'm sure that that's not nearly as creepy as it sounds. So now I got this hammer, and if you just hit people up close, it's weaker than the axe if it has mana, but if you throw the hammers, you can like shoot the hammers and not throw at all. It's shooting, not throwing. But also, though, it's kind of satisfying to kill guys up close with the hammer, even if it doesn't work very well, because it just is, that in my opinion, and my opinion is really worth at least 1/8 of a penny. And you know, you could take that to the bank and they will probably deposit it for you if you give them 7 other 8ths. They might look at you funny, but they will probably actually deposit it into your account nonetheless. So really, what have you got to complain about? Well, I hit these 2 switches. What the hell am I supposed to do now? I've forgotten. Oh yeah! I've unforgotten again. Also, health. That's an important thing in Hexen. In case you didn't know. Shooty things are an important element of the Hexen experience. You know, just also your things like aiming downwards of where they're supposed to. That's pretty great. Do I have auto aim on? No, but I had that other option that I'm not going to tell you what it was on. And I guess for some reason I'm going to jump across these things whilst getting hit. Sounds like fun. Just damn movement. Damn that movement. Who for calling my French accent not at all French sounding, and what are you even thinking, Senor Topper? And I just called you Senor, implying you're Spanish, but really you don't sound like anything. You sound like some strange actor. And really, what other kind of actor is there? Hopefully that'll stop this crap from happening. Not at all in any way, shape, or form. Hey, it's a whole bunch of enemies repeated, but it's okay, these are fun to kill. You know? That's what's so great about Hexen. You hack and you slash, and suddenly your execution seems a lot more jollier. Okay, so I thought there was a way to stop these. Maybe that's only on super easy mode. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. This kind of thing-shaped. That's okay. The world gets manipulated, much like my heart whenever I play Hexen. Oh, and I mean that in a good way, obviously. By manipulated, I mean, you know, warmed, I suppose. Applying heat. Oh, that's the way to stop it. Applying heat is some form of manipulation, I'm sure. It is an affordance, and I know that word, so you can tell I'm smart, despite all appearances. Right, so pressing that button allows me to get into yonder swamp, if I choose. But I don't. So next time I'm going to the swamp. See you guys then. Bye for now.